Hi there, Dr. Vicki Lenford here with the Shift Happens channel. Today, we're going to continue our conversation around surrendering. And this time, we're going to look at it a little bit differently. A lot of times, my clients come to me in a very desperate mode. And what I ask them to do is to totally surrender all techniques and every thought around their SP. And this is especially true for the SP. Now, this can work with the SP, money, health, whatever. But in particular, I've been having a lot of people come to me about their SP. And depending on where you are at, if you're in that desperate mode, I will tell you to drop everything. Because if I were in a desperate mode, which I have been at times, and that's okay. If you're in a desperate mode and you're trying to manifest from that state, all you're going to do is create more and more resistance because you are in that state of believing the old story, believing a negative outcome or a scary feeling, a fear tactic, so to speak, around your SP, because we're looking at the outside and going, see, there's evidence doing this. There's evidence that, oh my gosh, if I don't do this, X will happen. So there's a lot of frenetic feel to this. And so what I'm going to talk to you about, and I've got a SP success story with this, what I'm going to talk about is really a different surrendering at this stage when you're really in that I need, I want, I really desire my SP. Okay? So, but before that, go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment. In fact, in comment, I have my notes here. I am accepting myself as. All right? So go ahead and write in the comments, I am accepting myself as. And we'll talk about that later. By the end of the video, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. All right? So, and if you need life coaching, I am there for you. I'm more of a mindset. I really base a lot of my stuff in Lawofassumption. This stuff works, but we're going to be light. I'm going to hold you accountable, and we're going to have fun with it because we are taking this way too seriously. All right. shifthappenslifecoaching at gmail.com. I mean, the name alone should tell you that when you start having fun, shift happens. All right. So let's get into it. Surrendering. Again, when you're in that deep mode of I need, and oh my gosh, if I don't get this, this is what's going to happen. This is the only person for me. Yes, that might be true. But then we create that story of if I don't get this person, this is going to happen and my life will crumble. Wow, you're depending way too much on them for your well-being. All right. So when I say, I often take my clients and listen, this is just the way I coach. I'm really honest and I say, okay, I'm going to hold you accountable. You need to drop everything right now and take the time on developing your self-concept. I don't, and I know because your mind will just race and then you'll look at 3D and go, see, there's evidence of my story. Yeah, that's manifesting, right? And so we are going to try and get you to be in a calm state, a neutral state where you can go within. If you're trying too hard and you're being really super, oh my gosh, like you're losing sleep and your whole lifestyle is based around this SP, we need to get you away from that because they're on a pedestal. And when they're on a pedestal, they feel it. Everything, and I will ask you, is this truly your soul person? And you have to be really honest with yourself. The more honest you are with yourself, the more you will be able to realize and understand and acknowledge and manifest your desire, okay? So ask yourself, is this truly a soul connection, right? And I won't get into that piece, with this video. But then we're going to move into, okay, if this is true, they feel everything that you are feeling and telling yourself, all right? So when you are, oh my gosh, I got to try, that's just creating resistance and pushing them away. So we need to get you away from just thinking and trying to manifest your partner, right? And just go directly into you, into that self-concept. All right, we're going to create that self-concept of the person that is calm, peaceful, proud of who they are, accepting of themselves. Whether, accepting meaning I accept myself as my God self. When you peel away all those layers, it is always about you are source. Source works through you as you. And that can be a lot to grasp, and that can be. But because we have been, raised with everything to be counterintuitive to accepting yourself as that brilliant person that you are. And that's okay. We're going to work through all of those things. But ultimately, your self-concept is the story you are telling yourself every moment of every day, right? And so I'm going to help you to change that story and change that story around love. And I'm going to have you get to that calm state. And I'm going to have you just sit there and go, okay, I am love, and feel love in your soul. It's the heart, the soul, and your mind is the one that's telling the story. So we're going to try and just kind of shift both of those features and into that harmonious, loving relationship. But the first relationship you have to take care of, yes, with you, but with God, because you are your God self. So that is what I mean. Your number one relationship is with God. And so we're going to start surrendering all those old stories, surrendering, even manifesting, and trying. Your desires are natural to you, right? They're God-given. So they're not going to go away. And especially if this is your soul connection, they're going to be there. So, but you don't have to ignite that desire. You don't have to ignite those stories. What you're going to start doing is just we're going to simmer on those, and we're going to shift our focus over onto that self-concept of who you are, and believing and having that soul-to-soul connection with your source, with God. Okay? And then we're going to do that for a while. And when that feels natural and neutral and warm and believable, then we're going to start shifting you over into the SP realm. Not about the SP, but we're going to gradually say, okay, I am worthy of having that loving relationship, of having that loyal person with me, and having all of those pieces, right? Then when that feels natural, neutral, and normal, we're going to shift you into a meditation where you are revisiting yourself as the God self, revisiting yourself as that accepting, that beautiful, loving person that you are. And then we're going to shift you into the SP and how they are going to show up. You're not changing them. You are saying this is how they're going to show up. They're going to show up brave, loyal, courageous, fun. You just know, right? And so that's the process. And I'm going to read you an email. Now, this was from a client of mine. They didn't have contact. They kind of saw each other periodically, but basically, essentially, the contact was gone. Okay, so Dr. V, that's how she refers to me. Dr. V, after our session, when you told me to drop all techniques and thoughts about my SP, I admit I was hesitant at first, but then I allowed myself to go within, and boy, did I go deep. I saw love for myself first, and I wanted to stay there. But then after I did this for several days, I began envisioning or feeling the love for my SP on a soul level. I saw her and felt her and connected with her, and then later began scripting. And this is after the meditative moments of, seeing yourself as your God self, seeing yourself as that whole complete person, and then inviting how your SP is going to show up. She began scripting outside of that. Hold on. I then later began scripting how I wanted to show up for myself. And then I began to script how I wanted my SP to show up. It felt good. It felt natural. It felt right. My SP started to talk to me. That's where we are at right now. We are taking it slow, But that's what we agreed to. And that's, she goes on to say that, but I wanted to really feature that sort of coaching is what I offer. If you are coming into me with a lot of resistance and trying and desperation, we drop all of that. We surrender all of that and surrender ourselves to accept ourselves as that God self, and then accept ourselves and see ourselves with love and soul to soul with God, with soul to soul with yourself, right? And developing that self-concept. And then you can invite that SP when you are in that natural knowing, like neutral space. And I'm telling you, that is a beautiful space to be in. And it's easy to stay in that space when you accept yourself as that God self, and you accept and really pour in that self-love, that self-concept of, yeah, I am worthy of all that I desire. And it's a beautiful thing. So again, if you want coaching, you can contact me at shifthappenslifecoaching@gmail.com. Like, share, subscribe. This is how we build our community. Listen, I learn from you just as much as you learn from me. And I absolutely love serving you. So again, in the comments, I am accepting myself as, and you let me know, because this is really cool stuff. And we need to be light about it and fun about it. And if you enjoy that, contact me. All right, until next time, I will see you later. Bye-bye.